one of the biggest reasons most people don't change their life is because they're too afraid to let go of the bullshit environment that got them in there in the first place. Like, some of y'all have gotten really, really comfortable in your shit. Y'all act like you're not, but let's be real, you are. Because the familiar always feels better than the unfamiliar. Like, you'll see this when people, when you give people advice on anything, right? Like, oh, well, they'll complain about their mother, their father, somebody in their family that is doing them wrong. And my immediate advice is, listen, if somebody that you know, family or not, is mistreating you, they got one chance with you, right? You could give them very clear boundaries and say, look, this is what it is, this is what I expect from you. And if they're not going to get with that, they can't be in your life. If you tell people today, listen, you might have to cut off your people if they can't go with the program, because it's not healthy for you to be accepting subpar treatment just from anybody, but especially somebody from inside your family, because they are using the fact that y'all are related to mistreat you. Try saying that to somebody today. Try it. They will scratch and claw to keep the toxic person that they bitch about right next to them. They will complain about how unfair the person treats them while simultaneously telling you they can't get rid of them, they family. Really, they family. You can't convince me that y'all don't like the shit y'all are in. Y'all complain about this shit, but then act like it's impossible to get out. No, you can get out, but it requires you to be able to let the bullshit go. That's the reality. You cannot complain about the thing making you sick and then continue to engage with it. But that's what people do. They're addicted to their environment because that's all they know. And it's scary to step out on your own and be like, nah, I'm not going to do that. I want something better for myself. So, to hell with what y'all got going on, I'm going to do it for me. You see it when, another thing I see this with is food, right? Like, my mother, I think I told this story before. My mother lost like 70 plus pounds, right? I don't know the exact number, but it was at least 70 pounds. Every time she came back around to family members who had not seen her since before she lost the weight, the immediate responses were, good for you, but I can never do that. You done lost enough weight now. Why is it that, especially fucking black people, why do black people say shit like, you've gotten, I don't want you to get too skinny. Y'all wasn't worried about getting too fucking fat? Like, it's insane. It's insanity. We are not honest. And then we wrap it up in shit like black culture. Well, my big mom making soul food. You got, like, that. It is not black culture to be fucking obese. It's not. But we've adopted that so that we don't have to have tough conversations with our elders. We do not want to discuss the fact that we fucking deep fry everything, coat everything in oil and butter, and then act like we don't understand why we got diabetes. It's your environment. It's your fucking environment. And if you continue like that, you're going to be right where everybody else is. Yeah, it's scary. It's scary to say, no, I'm not going to do fried chicken twice a week because that's some bullshit. And I want my arteries to, function. It's hard to say, I'm going to cook some shit that I've never cooked before because, listen, I want to live for my children. But you can't walk over that. You can't act like you are immune from that and then act like you actually want to break generational curses. You can't have it both ways. You can't say, oh, this shit is keeping us down. It's you. It's you. If you don't take care of the things you can control, you can't complain about the things you can't. It's a very, very simple formula. But it's hard. Simple, but not easy. If your environment, if you look around and the shit around you is causing you to be worse off as a human being, you have to do two things. One, you got to look yourself in the mirror and be honest about it. And then two, you got to cut the fat. You got to trim that shit. And let the people around you know this is what my new normal is. Doesn't mean that you have to get rid of them. They just have to be respectful of your boundary. You let them know. I'm not going to put this bullshit in my stomach every single time I see you. That's not gonna be our relationship anymore. And if that's the only way you can communicate with me, if that the only way you and I can be cool is if we're causing diabetes together, then you're not the person I thought you were, and this ain't gonna continue. But we fight harder for the people who damage us than we do for ourselves. We fight to keep the toxic close because toxic is familiar. And if you really want to change your life, you got to be ready to let that shit go. So, if you don't want to be one of those people, like everybody else, who, same story, I can't do this because, and you point to everybody else, you got to look around and take stock of where you at. And then just be honest. And say, listen, I ain't going to let this be my story. Enough's enough. Cutting the fat. But yeah, if you can't do that, it's going to be a hard life. It's going to be a hard-ass life. But just know, if you're somebody who is realizing this for the first time, I have empathy for you. I do. But I don't have any sympathy. Like, I am not going to cry with you about the fact that your elders, your sisters, your brothers, your cousins, do not want to better their lives. Not everybody's going to make it. That's the reality of it. All you can do is be the example that you want for your sons and your daughters. But the moment you say to yourself, me keeping a relationship with them is more important than my health, my wealth, the things that I know are good for my family, you lose me. You've lost me. Because then I'm not going to listen to you complain about it anymore. You get one time. With me, you get one time. And I'm going to tell you straight up at that one time. All right, well, if that's what's bothering you, I think you should go fix it. And if you don't go fix it after that, don't talk to me about it ever again. I don't want to hear about it ever again. Because you have made a choice that the toxic is more important to you than you. Make a choice. I'll talk to y'all later.